Now that the cookies are here, we can get started. So, only about 3 people can see my presentation, but it doesn't really matter. So, welcome everybody. First order of business is our star party. It was a huge success. That was probably the largest star party that we've ever had in like my 4 years here. So we had about 40 people. It was a huge success. And if you got any pictures during the star party, please give them to Carmen. Where did Carmen go? Right there. Please get the pictures to Carmen because we will be putting them in a scrapbook and hopefully sometime put them online. Another thing, we have the UA Science potluck where many departments from UA Science are actually invited to Biosphere 2, and we'll have a big potluck, and they'll be giving free tours of the Biosphere. If you're interested in going, I'm going to pass around a sign-up sheet, so please put your name down on the sign-up sheet and write down if you're planning on driving and if you're planning on bringing anybody. Again, we're invited to the Biosphere, free tours, and it's going to be lots of fun, so if you're interested, please let me know if you're going to be going. That is September 25th. It's a Saturday. It's from 10 to 4 p.m., and we're going to arrange to probably meet on campus and carpool over there. So it's pretty fun over there, and if you haven't been to Biosphere, this is a wonderful time to go because there will be lots of people there, and you might be able to make good connections. There will be lots of food. It's just wonderful. So, related to that, we have Biosphere 2 has invited us as a club to go out there and do science demonstrations. Last week I had everybody put down the dates that they would be available, and out of those I selected 3 which the most people could attend, which were October 16th, November 6th, and November 13th. And right now we're just going to plan for the October 16th date. I told them that we were doing 4 different activities, including solar telescopes. We'll bring a couple telescopes from here and just bring them over there, looking at the sun, looking at sunspots and solar flares. We'll also do a solar system walk in which we have representative objects. We model the sun as like a basketball and then have little things like a marshmallow as Jupiter, and we will have people just walk the distances based on that scale between the planets, and usually I only get out to about Jupiter because if you want to go all the way out to Pluto, it's a half a mile from the sun with a little grain of sand. So that's a really fun activity to do. We're also going to bring one of our 3D star models, which I'm going to talk a lot more about, and we're probably going to do an ice in the universe thing. Hopefully I can get a hold of some liquid nitrogen and we can do liquid nitrogen demonstrations and maybe make liquid nitrogen ice cream because that's always fun to do. We're also going to get dry ice and just regular ice to show the differences between different coolants. Kind of along those lines, we have project meetings still going on. The Extrasolar Planet Project meets at Thursdays at 5 p.m. in the Steward Computer Lab downstairs. The Binocular Telescope Project will happen right after this meeting, so once this meeting is over, we're going to work on that. The star models and other astronomical phenomena 3D models are going to be happening on Thursdays at 2 p.m. in the Astronomy Club office. And right now we're looking at making one more model for the club. It's going to be a smaller model, probably a 1.5 foot cube, and we want all the paint on it to be either fluorescent or glow in the dark, just so that it's really cool to look at night or under a black light or something. So if you want to help out with that project, we're also going to be putting together like a poster board or like a printout big sheet thing, like there aren't any in here, but like what the people put their like little paper synopsis things on. We're going to be working on that type of material so that we can probably get that done in the next couple weeks and bring it over to Biosphere 2 for our outreach events. Also, we're working on the educational materials and scrapbooking. Those times are still to be determined, but we're probably going to first work on putting together little activity booklets of how to do the 4 activities that we're going to be doing at Biosphere 2. So hopefully we can get those done, and those are really simple activities to run through. We have all the materials, we just need to put it together and just make sure that everybody can participate in that. Also, this is one thing that everybody needs to actually, going back to the Biosphere 2 thing, I have, if you want to participate in the October 16th event, I have a sign-up sheet. Please just write your name down if you're thinking about doing that, and we'll try to arrange carpool for that.
Writing your name doesn't bind you to the event. It's just nice to know, get an idea, and it's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
So you should all know.
And we'll again get more free tours of the Biosphere. So it's worth it to go on multiple tours because each person that leads the group does a little bit of different explanations, and you might get to see more things because we're kind of a special group. So it's a wonderful thing. So just sign up if you're interested. So moving on, we have t-shirts that we're finally going to be ordering. I'm going to kind of turn this around and everybody can kind of get a look. I know it's really small from the screen right here, but it's kind of one of our logos. Just we took out most of the stuff, and we have Mountainscape and stars and U of A Astronomy Club. We're thinking about doing t-shirts and sweatshirts. The sweatshirts will be a bit more pricey, but we need to get pretty much a count of how many t-shirts we need, so that we can apply for money to get those, and then we'll get them for really cheap on your end. Along with this, since we are going to make an arrangement with ASUA, they require a couple more logos. We're going to put some sponsors on the back, so that's pretty typical of a lot of organizations to put their sponsoring organizations on the back. So if we can get t-shirts for pretty cheap, we don't see it as a big deal to put any of these logos on the back. So I also have another sign-up sheet. Sign your name, put a check mark if you want a t-shirt, if you want a sweatshirt, and also put your sizes if so that we can figure out how many sizes and everything. So that's really about all that I have for the meeting today.
The cost of the t-shirt will be under 10.
Yeah, definitely. The sweatshirts are probably going to be a bit more pricey. We don't have a good estimate on that, but if you're interested in the sweatshirt, definitely let us know, and we can probably get a little help from ASUA for those too. So that's really all that I have. If you have any questions, come see me. If you want to pay dues, you can give those to Blythe. And I know a few of you still haven't filled out the membership form. That's very important to us, just so that we can figure out what the club really wants to do. Please fill that out online. Just check one of my emails that I send out regularly. I have a link in about 8 of the last 10 emails I sent out. So just go fill that out. And does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Eat more cookies? I don't. They will be eaten. All right, so that is all. If you have anything, just come see me and fill out these forms that are floating around if you're interested in anything that we talked about.